The anti-Israel protests on college campuses showing no signs of stopping anytime soon.
We have been out here for 57 hours. And we are not going anywhere.
George Washington University suspending at least 7 student protesters who organized an anti-Israel encampment on campus and refused to leave after demonstrations stretched into a third day. Our next guest escaped religious persecution as a Christian in China at 12 years old and is now standing up for his threatened Jewish classmates at GWU. Richard Lee joins us now along with his classmate, Sabrina Soffer. Thank you both so much for being here. Richard, let me start with you. You've seen this type of stuff before, persecution. Does this look like the type of persecution that, say, maybe Christians, other religious groups have faced elsewhere in the world?
Oh, 100%. First of all, thank you so much for having me on. Well, I've personally escaped from China when I was 12. And to be exact, oppression always starts with hatred. And hatred always, time and time again, a lot of times in history, started with anti-Semitism. And that is what we're seeing on our college campus right now, right in front of our doorsteps. And it's very, very sad.
No doubt. You said you can't go a minute without hearing a chant or being confronted with this kind of stuff. Sabrina, this hits home for you. You're Jewish. Have you felt threatened directly or indirectly? I mean, what kind of environment is George Washington University allowing?
Yeah, so again, thank you for having me. And I personally, I think this has been going on for way too long. This has been 20 years in the making. I've been threatened, not even now. 2 years back, I've been threatened by these same sorts of students. And at first, I didn't feel safe. I really didn't. I remember one night I was like shaking in my bed at like midnight because I heard that there were some students who were after me and I was really afraid with what to do. But, now I've gained a lot of courage. I've stood up for my classmates. But I think that more of the issue stems from now we have a lot of support in America. But 10, 20 years from now, what if these students are the ones in our halls of Congress and our policymakers, leaders of businesses? This is really my concern for the future, because I don't know if this country, I'm Jewish, I'm Israeli, will this country be safe for my children? And it's not only a Jewish problem, it is an American problem, because these people are not only chanting against the Jews, they're chanting against American values. And it really stems from the faculty. That is the root of this problem. They are indoctrinating kids with anti-Israel lies and hate. And this is where the problem starts, and it has to end with that problem too.
Absolutely. Richard, why won't school leadership do anything? It's one thing to have a political point of view. It's a whole other thing to have students feel directly, physically threatened by the rhetoric and actions of their fellow students. Why don't these leaders have any courage?
Well, I think it's primarily because our education system has been infiltrated by a lot of Marxists and socialists for the last 10 years, and maybe for even longer. And now that you're seeing a generation of Americans indoctrinated, and now they're basically closeted communists and outright anti-Semites. And the schools, of course, they haven't done anything about it because a lot of the instructors now, they are themselves in these anti-Semitic protests. They're participating. And I do have to say, I do have to commend the school's leadership in terms of, requesting the Metropolitan PD, the Washington, D.C.'s police department, to basically to try to clear out these anti-Semitic protests. That hasn't just been harassment, but have also been, they've just been blatantly spreading hate speech. And unfortunately, the MPD, under the leadership of Mayor Bowser, has refused.
Interesting. Sabrina, you mentioned there's an institute on GW's campus called the Elliott School Institute of Middle Eastern Studies. My guess is a lot of its funding comes from somewhere else, and it pushes an ideology, too.
Yeah, 100%. This is another part of the problem why the universities often don't really take the right steps, because one stat is that they've received $3.7 billion. This is across American campuses, isn't just GW. $3.7 billion from the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar from 2014 to 2019. So it explains a lot of the reason why universities aren't really taking proper action. And the fact that we have entire academic departments that were devoted to one ideology,
Yes.
and this particular institute at George Washington is very anti-Israel. And there have been conferences where they're saying we're producing knowledge, we're decolonizing knowledge, and we're doing it quietly in the classroom to retake our power. This is really very, I mean, it's insidious.
Yes.
And I think that the fact that it's being done in the classroom is most threatening because it's not allowing the outside world to see it. And I think that it's important that students share their voices in terms of what's going on in their classrooms
Very well
now
said.
in terms of that.
You're exactly right. I mean, decolonizing knowledge is code for tearing down everything Western, everything Israeli, everything American. It's a direct affront and assault. Richard, thank you for your courage and for your insight, your willingness to stand up on this. And Sabrina, likewise. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great to see you both.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.